Good morning. Welcome to our first ever ThinkTravel event in Southeast Asia. So I hope this day will give you an idea of what we are doing in the travel space.
So I needed to figure out, where do you do an art retreat and an art holiday? So I started with a search. After a few hours, I managed to discover an art retreat in Portugal. And that suited our interests in terms of the timing.
It's fairly basic, it's not rocket science. The website is our core focus of our distribution strategy. Surprise, surprise. If this conference was held 10 years ago, I'd be saying the same. If you look at our website, it's very plain, it's very boring, to be honest. but I'm proud of it. Why? Because 95% of people go to our booking engine. Don't even bother going into the site. I don't really care, because as long as I'm getting most of my traffic to my booking engine, I'm very happy, because that's where the transaction happens. We've not gone for the large companies who promise to be everything to everyone. We've gone specifically to small niche cottage industries, small companies in the social media space, in the EDM space and so forth. You take a little bit of a risk with that, obviously, because they're not fully established and they don't have beautiful offices that make you nice coffee when you go and meet with them, but they're effective. They're really, really effective.
See that travelers are going from one location to another. Guests are becoming hosts, hosts are becoming guests. And the web of destinations on which we connect is growing much more complicated. And so if you think about the 5 stages of travel, you have dreaming. And if I were to take my own situation, for example, maybe I want to go to a beach destination. I'm looking for beach getaways. Before people book, they often do a branded search before they actually end up booking. But there's a lot of searches around hotel names as well before that happens. And then after that, I'll share, whether it's on TripAdvisor, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, blogs, what have you. What we start to see is that user behavior is changing. So people aren't necessarily doing this kind of search behavior. It's not as standardized as it maybe was, and we're finding that alternatives, blending from one stage to another, going back and forth, jumping around, is actually happening more frequently than we realize.
Why is Google so interested in travel? One of the most important things is it fits well with our mission. How many are familiar with our mission? It's not don't be evil. I have so many people tell me, okay, yes, we know the mission, don't be evil. No, it's to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And if you think about what that means, and you think about in travel, and you think about the opportunity that travel brings and what we're trying to do, and what I'd said a little bit earlier is, we're trying to bring more relevant experiences, more relevant results to our users and to you, our advertising partners.
Many, many years later, to this day, I still remember what I saw, I still remember what I heard, but most of all, I still remember how it made me feel. That's the emotive power of video, and that works well with travel, because travel and choosing to travel is an emotive process.
They shot their commercial at the Sky Park on top of Marina Bay Sands, and this is what happened for searches for Marina Bay Sands after this commercial aired. The Marina Bay Sands searches increased by 10-fold from Japan. And this was totally unexpected. I don't think Marina Bay Sands was expecting this. They weren't even planning this. And this happened. The good thing is they were ready to accommodate this demand coming in because they had ads running on search.
So we also have wonderful tools like Website Optimizer that can help you to do optimization and also make adjustment to your sites. This is how it works. It's pretty simple and very easy to use. You actually look at your traffic, and they divide the traffic into equivalent base to test on different designs. Different images, different wording, different buttons, and you can see the result and identify the most effective design for your website.
So we have this product called Google Goggles. If you don't have it, please download it. It's across iOS and Android, and the idea with it is essentially it's a visual search. It allows you to get more information about the static world, the offline world. So here's an example. Someone is taking this picture of this tower, have no idea what it is, uses Google Goggles, takes a picture of it. The technology on their handset analyzes it and says, oh, we know where this is. We also know where it is, as well what it is. It's in Berlin, as well as the Berlin Victory column. And by the way, do you want to know if there's a near hotel or any additional information about this icon that you're going to be at? So that's really the power of technology when users are taking photos.
So I really want you to think of how brands can be involved more during a trip when people are actively sharing a lot of things. How can brands be involved actively in that?
There is no one-stop shop. There is no outstanding site or anything that he's just focused on. He's used the web to go in between all of the retailers, all of the providers, all of this type of stuff. So it's almost like Google and other entities are filling the space to help actually bring together the travel mix.
It's really important that you constantly try new things and also focus on the basics and just continue to improve.
Focus on what you're doing best and focus on what you should be doing best. Focus on your consumers, focus on your customers. And when you do that good, you don't have to worry about Google or anybody else because you are in the business of servicing your customers. If you do that good, you'll be successful. And we will try to provide you whatever is out there in terms of technology to make the customers leave your premises happy.